Beneath the frozen world of Antarctica, a silent and invisible threat is rising. Deep under the icy seafloor, scientists have found something alarming: methane gas seeping out at an astonishing rate. This invisible gas, more powerful than carbon dioxide, could rewrite our understanding of climate change. What's causing it? Why now? And how could it change the fate of our planet? Welcome to Documentary Times. Today, we explore one of the most mysterious and dangerous discoveries ever made beneath the Antarctic Ocean. It began with a team of international scientists exploring the Ross Sea, a vast bay in Antarctica's southern ocean. Using ship-based sonar, remotely operated vehicles, and divers, they scanned the ocean floor at depths ranging from just 16 to 790 feet. What they found was shocking: more than 40 new methane seeps, releasing gas from cracks in the seabed. Until recently, scientists knew of only one active methane seep in all of Antarctica. The fact that dozens are now appearing suggests something massive is changing beneath the ice. So what's the big deal about methane? Methane is a colorless, odorless gas that's been trapped under the ocean floor for thousands of years. When released, it becomes one of the most potent greenhouse gases known to science, trapping about 80 times more heat than carbon dioxide in the first 20 years after release. Imagine CO2 as a slow-burn fire and methane as an explosion. That's how powerful it is when it escapes unchecked into the atmosphere. Beneath the world's oceans lie massive reservoirs of methane, stored as icy compounds known as methane hydrates. These reservoirs formed over millennia. Pressure and cold temperatures locked them away. But as the planet warms, that balance is breaking. Cracks are opening in the seabed, and methane is starting to escape. In some places, it appears as streams of bubbles. In others, as invisible plumes that silently drift upward, unseen by the human eye. In the Ross Sea, researchers found methane bubbling up in regions that had been studied before, with no sign of seepage in the past. The discovery suggests this isn't just an isolated event. It could be a fundamental shift in how methane behaves in Antarctica's warming environment. According to marine scientist Sarah Seabrook, something that was once thought to be rare is now seemingly becoming widespread. Each new seep was met with excitement, quickly replaced by anxiety. Because methane doesn't just stay under the sea, it has the potential to rise into the air and heat our world even faster. Thankfully, not all methane makes it to the atmosphere. Tiny microorganisms, methanotrophs, live beneath the ocean floor and consume methane as their energy source. They're nature's built-in defense system. But there's a limit. If the gas escapes faster than these microbes can eat it, the excess methane heads straight for the surface and into our skies. Methane leaks don't just add to climate change. They can make it worse through a feedback loop. Here's how it works. As the planet warms, Antarctic waters heat up. The seabed thaws. Methane escapes. That methane traps more heat, which melts more ice, and releases even more methane. A loop of warming that feeds on itself, potentially unstoppable once it crosses a certain threshold. Similar events have already been recorded in the Arctic. Scientists there have linked methane release to warmer temperatures, sea level changes, and land uplift, remnants of the last ice age. It's a grim preview of what may now be unfolding in Antarctica. The poles are not separate worlds. They are mirrors, reflecting the same warning from opposite ends of the Earth. The research team isn't done. They're returning to Antarctica for another 2-month mission, determined to understand how deep this problem goes. Methane is a real unknown, says marine biologist Andrew Thurber. It's increasing in the atmosphere, and we don't fully understand why. His greatest concern lies in Antarctica's massive methane reservoirs. If destabilized, they could turn from a natural wonder into an epicenter of danger. Methane doesn't only come from the poles. Agriculture, fossil fuel extraction, and landfills contribute billions of tons each year. But what's happening in Antarctica reminds us of one thing. Nature has its own reserves of power, and if we push it too far, those reserves can turn against us. We are no longer the only source of emissions. The Earth itself is starting to respond. Beneath the Antarctic ice, the planet is whispering a warning, a story of change happening faster than we can measure. These methane seeps are both a mystery and a message. As Professor Thurber said, they're like a dangerous animal, fascinating to study, but one must never underestimate what they can do. The question is, will we listen before it's too late? If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Documentary Times for more stories that reveal the unseen forces shaping our world. Until next time, stay curious, stay aware, and keep looking beyond the surface.